Hi guys, and welcome back to Desiree's Teen Finances. So today I'm going to be giving a little breakdown, a little analysis of Your Black World's video. That's the name of his YouTube channel, Your Black World. And so I'm just going to be giving a little analysis on his video on Dr. Claude Anderson explains why Joe Biden isn't meeting with Black people. And yes, this video talks about finances, so don't think I'm just like going all the way off topic about just not talking about finances, because my channel name is Desiree's Teen Finances, so of course I'm gonna be talking about finances, so don't worry. You're still gonna hear about finances because I know how much you want to hear about it, so you will. So Dr. Claude first goes into detail about racism and slavery, and he talked about the point of slavery and how it was put into effect systematically to maldistribute almost 100% of the nation's land, wealth, income, businesses, power, and the wealth privileges that white society and what slavery was. So he said that 9 nations were actually in a contest, kind of like a race of where they were going to use Black people as laborers to acquire wealth and power and resources. So he was saying how 9 different nations were in basically a contest on how they were going to use Black people as their laborers to receive wealth and power and just basically resources, because when they came and kidnapped Black people in Africa, they also took their resources because they wanted them. I mean, they also took the people too, which is horrible. So Dr. Claude then proceeds to talk about the people who had Black slaves, including Arabs, the Portuguese, Italians, and even popes, the French, the Spaniards, and even the English. So basically pretty much everybody had Black slaves. Like everybody in the world, everybody around the world just had Black slaves. So then he talks about how white Europeans started coming to America to get free land and free resources, so he just calls them freeloaders. I mean, it's basically what they were, so I mean, it makes sense. Basically, they're really just like, mine, yes, this is mine now, these are my resources, and this is my land, so you're either gonna work for me or you're gonna die. Those are the only 2 options that you have, work or die. And if you chose work, you'd probably die anyways.
Yeah, double homicide.
So both options were horrible and disgusting. You didn't have much of a choice in that matter. So it was just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, these people are just coming, taking the land away, taking people, using them for labor, and it's all happening so fast. I know if that was happening to me, I'd be so scared, so confused, and it just be really, really weird and odd. So he also goes into detail about how every slave owner was entitled to 150 acres of free land for every slave that they owned. So slavers would get 150 acres of free land for every single slave that they owned. Every single one. 150 acres for every single slave that was owned by them. So by the end of the Civil War, they maldistributed over 2 billion acres of free land. And you know, with that land comes all the different resources such as the minerals, water, the lumber. So that was all just given away for free to the slave owners for free. Everything was just free. All their land free, all their lumber free, all their resources free. They really said free 99. They took free 99 to the next level, honestly. Beyond the next level, actually. So white people owned 99% of everything by the end of the Civil War also. And Dr. Claude says that we need an economic change, like within the Black community. And Dr. Claude is basically saying, cut the check.
Cut the check.
Give us the money. Cut that check. Because wealth controls the world and Black people need reparations. And he questions why there hasn't really been any change on trying to reverse the effect on slavery. Obviously, he knows you can't like change all the trauma that carries on from generational trauma from slavery. But what can be changed is the money aspect of it. Because in the Black community, people are really struggling economic wise. So that's just basically what he means on trying to reverse the effect of slavery. So he basically says that we have to hold the Biden administration accountable. And everything in Dr. Claude's economics plan deals with the economically redistribution, the redistribution of resources, power, wealth, and income into the hands of Black Americans. So land is power and wealth. Obviously, we know that, or else we would have gotten land. But they knew that with that land, we could turn it and create it into wealth. So that's why we never got it. And that's why so many Black Americans are struggling today. And like I already said, we could have turned that land into something big, so that 40 acres and a mule could have really come in handy. But they said no. No. That's basically what they said. They didn't say no, they just didn't give it at all. So they didn't follow through with what they were supposed to do and what was rightfully ours. So Dr. Claude says that the Biden administration isn't doing anything for Black people, and nobody in power is empowering Black people. And then Dr. Claude just kind of rants about how people need to step up in power and how we just need more Black businesses. And he states that if there's no changes made from an economic standpoint in the Black community, he guarantees that Biden won't get re-elected. So he says that Black leadership needs to come into power. I agree with that. Black leadership does need to come into power so we can have someone that understands our struggle, somebody that can help us economically so we can get up there, you know, so we won't be struggling with poverty anymore. But yeah, so that was my video for today. So I hope that I helped you learn something new, but I definitely learned a little bit something new. So yeah, that was the video for today. Make sure to give it a like and hit that subscribe button, and